Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel for episode 9 of my MotoGP 21 career series. Here today we'll have two races at Phillip Island in Australia and Sepang in Malaysia, and that's penultimate episode of Moto3 season. Next time we'll do Valencia and preparations for next season, and then in episode 11 we'll start in Moto2 class. Hopefully it will be as successful as this Moto3 was so far. So, as championship standings, we are 35 points ahead of Masia. So basically, if we get 15 points more than him in this next race, we'll secure the championship with 2 races to go. Pedro Acosta is just barely has mathematical chances to win the title, but he's obviously very far away from that. And others are out of play when championship is considered. In Moto2, we haven't talked about it really in this career series so far. Remy Gardner is leading the championship ahead of Sam Lowes. And Bezzecchi still has some mathematical chances, but that's like very tight. He's just 10 points in with his chances to win the race, the title, sorry. So it's probably going down between those two, and my money would be on Remy. And in MotoGP, we have Fabio Quartararo already secured the championship title. He's got 83 points ahead of Zarco with 3 races to go, so even if he doesn't score any points and Zarco wins all 3 races, he'll still have 8 points advantage at the end. So we are now off to Phillip Island, and I'll see you in qualifying. So here we are for qualifying. In combined lap times, I was about 4.5 tenths ahead of Acosta and more than half a second ahead of Jaume Masia. Hopefully Masia will have the same kind of a pace in qualifying and in race, and we can win the championship here and not sweat too much about last 2 races of the season. So practice went really well for me. I haven't really done much laps, just few fast laps to try and get into Q2, and yeah, it worked. Bike works really well here. I like this track a lot, especially with Moto3 bikes, because those smaller bikes really do feel nice riding around here. So that's it for practice recap, and I'll see you in my fastest lap of the qualifying. So I started my fast lap last time around, and Acosta came out of the pits just in front of me and took me down. So luckily I had about half a minute to spare to start another fast lap, although now my rear tire is overheating, but I'm still 4 tenths up on Antonelli in sector 1. Braking hard for Honda hairpin. Nice and easy. Bit of a wheelie on the exit. Seven tenths up. Bike sliding a bit. That's expected from overheating the tires. Nine tenths up. Just one sector to go. Final corner time. And I think that should be enough for pole position. Yeah, it's 1.2 seconds ahead of Niccolo Antonelli, Sergio Garcia, Acosta. Masia is down in 9th, almost 2 seconds down on me. That's a great thing to see. Hopefully he'll have similar luck in the race and will clinch our championship here. So here we are for the race after great result in qualifying. Dominated to get pole position while Masia is way down in 9th. Things couldn't look better for the start of this race, even if I planned them myself. So this is the strategy, same as always: medium front, hard rear, full tank of fuel, and this is the full grid. It's just a few moments to go until the race starts. Red lights are on, and we are off for Australian Grand Prix at Phillip Island. Okay-ish start. Garcia made a great start from P3, and Binder is also on my tail. Antonelli had atrocious start. Nice and clean through southern loop. Garcia stood up, and that's P1. Like I said, I think in qualifying this is one of the tracks that I really like in motorcycle games. It's nice and flowing, and it's just fun to ride on, especially when you hook the lap and get it all right. That was a mistake here. It's nice and easy on smaller bikes like this one. It's a bit more challenging on bigger bikes because you arrive at those corners with much higher speed and it's much more sensitive on the throttle. But still, great racing track, and sadly we for the second year in a row won't be going there in real world. Hopefully next year will be better in that regards. So we consolidated our lead. We are about 7/10 of the second in front of Garcia and Binder. Acosta has fallen down to 5th, 6th even. And I still can't see Masia in top 8, which is great news for us. If you'd put a flag down at the end of this lap, we'll be world champions. Nice gap already, 1.4 seconds, 1.5. Fastest lap of the race. It's all going smoothly so far. I went a bit silent there. I was just concentrating to build up a bit of gap still. That's lap 3 completed now. This should also be another fastest lap of the race. And 2.4 seconds advantage over Garcia. Just read today that Tony Arbolino will get into Moto2 Championship next season with MacLeod's team. Oh no, sorry. He's already in Moto2 class. He'll just be switching to MacLeod's team. Nice for him to get into such a bigger team. There was a big mistake from me in Honda hairpin. Sadly, probably due to licensing reasons, in game they can't call it that, so it's just turn 4. But Lucky Heights is always Lucky Heights. And that's half distance done. Nice pace at the top of the table. They are really falling back. 2.9, almost 3 seconds gap. Masia is still not into top 8. The only important thing is just to not push too much and make any mistakes, any big mistakes, like falling off or running out of the track. And I almost just did that. Front was really complaining there on the brakes. And left side of the tires is really getting some beating. We lost a bit of our advantage, but that's expected with the amount of small mistakes I had in this lap. Still fastest lap of the race is mine. Acosta came to the podium positions. Tatsuki Suzuki is into top 8. Nice on the brakes this time around. Turned in a little early, so I took a lot of curb on the inside. But all is good. Advantage is growing again. My controller slipped off from my finger slipped off from the analog stick on my controller, so I went straight ahead instead of turning left into the final corner. Luckily, no major harm done. And at the start of the penultimate lap, still more than 3 seconds the gap to second place. And they are still fighting between themselves, so that's great news for me. They keep losing time to me. Nicely through there. We are now going to start the most important lap of the season so far. We get it good and we'll seal the championship. So final lap of the race. 4 seconds advantage. Going into turn 1. Do one corner. Almost flat out, just a bit rolling off the throttle. Then Lucky Heights. Certain loop. I tend to let the bike go wide and then square it at the exit. Then Stoner. And Masia is into top 8. Stoner braking hard for Honda hairpin. Nicely through there. A bit bad on the exit. Siberia. And then nice little flowing chicane of turns 7 and 8. Then Lucky Heights. Nice and easy. Braking hard. For turn 10 hairpin. And then final 2 corners on the track. Final corner of the race, and that's a very dominant win at the Australian Grand Prix. Nice win. We really got our form back at the end of the season, and judging by the achievements, the title has been secured here. So Masia is 7th at the finish line, and that wasn't enough for him to keep challenging me for the title. So yeah, that's 51 points ahead of Masia with 50 points available still in the season. We are Moto3 World Champion. And these celebrations are the best celebrations so far this season. The championship has been secured, and I think it's deserved championship win for sure. The middle of the season wasn't that great. There was a lot of oscillations between great results and awful results, but at the end we got our form back just at the end of the season when it counts the most, and we can celebrate now. So for the next few races I will have a special gold helmet to celebrate the championship, and I thought about painting the bike gold as well, but I'll keep it in the same colors as it is. So credits are pouring in. They'll be very needed when I start my Moto3 team. I haven't done many of the... Oh, it seems that I only race pace test haven't been able to do. Sorry, I lost my plot there for a bit. But yeah, bike is fully developed. It's working great at these last few races, and we can celebrate now. So we have a new candidate for personal manager, and this one seems to be a bit, well, not at all different to what we have so far, so we'll just reject this. And yeah, let's go to Malaysia, where I'll meet you all back in Q2. So here we are for the race. Qualifying went miserably. I couldn't string the clean lap, and the one I made wasn't good enough for anything better than this. Luckily, championship has already been won, so I don't have to live in fear of losing it in this kind of way. So standard strategy: medium front, hard rear, and full tank of fuel. This is the full starting grid. Both Masia and Acosta are also way down in the order. Probably they don't care anymore since the championship has been decided. And yeah, let's hope for a nice clean race with no mistakes, and hopefully a decent points grab for me. Red flag is off the grid. That means everything is ready for start. Red lights are on, and we are off for Malaysian Grand Prix. decent start. I'm going on the outside. Maybe wasn't the smartest idea. Oh, it almost wasn't the smartest idea because few of them collided and almost got me in their crash. P14 now, P13. Nicely through turn 3. Careful in turn 4. We are into top 10 already. No, we are not, we are 11. Pajia, who started from pole position, is back in 12th. Track limits warning. Yeah, I went a bit too fast through that right corner and just went out, and this is another track limits warning. The side of Artigas. Now on the outside. He's trying to get back at me and he succeeds. We now have the inside. Nice through there. P10. Next one is Darin Binder. Nice slipstream on Suzuki. Early on the brakes. Cut back on Suzuki. So he's holding his place nicely. But I'm in the slipstream and that's P9. And make it P8. Alcoba pushed me wide. And Suzuki almost took me down. Or better said, I almost took myself down because I turned towards him. That's Alcoba in front of me. And Binder on my back. I'm going wide again, not this time around. On the outside of Alcoba. I just have to avoid the curbs here on the exit because they are big and really throw your bike off. P6 it is. Next is Denis Onchu. And Kaito Toba. Actually, so far so good this race. I feel like I have much better pace than I had in qualifying, which is strange. Usually it's other way around. I have great pace in qualifying and then I struggle in the race. So Alcoba took me for a short period of time. Now slipstreaming Alcoba and Toba. Oncho Toba, sorry. Nicely through the last corner and nice on the exit. It's P5 now and I think Toba is a sitting duck with the slipstream. Yeah, that's P4 now. Get in there. And a bit deep in the turn 1. Toba is back through. Have great pace through the turn 3 compared to AI. So we are back into P4. Can we get to the podium maybe? Also, it's lap 3 already. Almost halfway through the race. So I'm actually not looking forward to Moto2 season that much. In the last 2 games I really struggled with Moto2, and I usually do it just for the sake of going to the MotoGP. Hopefully this time around, with me recording this series, I'll have a bit more motivation to actually work on my results in Moto2 class. And I'm a bit deep here. I almost lost the front. Luckily we managed to stay on the bike this time around. We could be on our way to posting fastest lap of the race, currently held by Masia, who is in second. And no, it's still Masia by 300ths of a second. He managed to better his time also, so no luck this time. But we gained about half a second on my previous lap in sector 1 alone. That just shows you how bad I was in the first sector. And we are through on Minho. That's P3, podium position. And if Masia and Fenati keep battling like this, we have a real chance to pass them in the next 2.5 laps that remain of this race. Nice exit here from the S's. I don't know why the bike decided to wheelie all of a sudden. But we lost a bit of time there. So this won't be a fastest lap of the race. I took my wide line on the entry to the penultimate corner. Helped me to get so much better exit on the back straight. It's only the problem when a lot of AI riders are near me. They tend to cut on the inside and then we collide. This time we managed to avoid Minho and we bettered our lap time, and that's fastest lap of the race so far. P3 still. Masia and Fenati are still fighting for the lead, and we gained on them through the first 2 corners. Be a great opportunity here if I do well in the S's through turn 5 and 6. Yep, nice on the exit, although I collided with Masia. Now on the outside in turn 7 and 8. And yeah, that's nice pass on Masia P2 now. Just Fenati remaining in front of me. Again a bit of wheelie, but nothing major this time around, so we didn't lose time at all. We actually gained a lot on my previous lap. I'll have to be careful here now because Masia is close. Nicely through there. Nice exit. Let's go, power mapping 3. Slipstream on Fenati. And that's P1, lead of the race. Just a lap to go. And we bettered our fastest lap of the race by a big margin. Nicely done, we are stretching our lead. Now that we have a clean track in front of us, we are actually posting quite a good lap time. Until that mistake here now. Completely wrong line through the corner. Front tire is done on the right side. I have to be careful here now because of that. Fenati almost, that's what I was saying earlier in the race in that corner. They go really tight on the entry there and I tend to take the wider line to get better exit on the straight. And we usually meet at the apex. But no problems in the final lap, and that's a win at Malaysian Grand Prix from P15 at the start. What a race! What a race! So that's a win with the fastest lap, 4/10 ahead of Fenati and more than 2.5 seconds in front of Minho, Masia and Toba. Pole-sitter Foggia has finished in 6th place. In championship standings we have actually gained some on Masia again, so it's now 63 points difference between me and him in second. Acosta is still, or better said, he is secure in 3rd place. He can gain a place on his teammate, but he can't lose that 3rd place to Garcia. And in the team championship, I'm secure in P2, and Red Bull KTM Ayo is secure in winning the team championship.
Undoubtedly, it was a perfect day for him. In addition to the victory, his position also.
And like commentator just said in the background, it was a perfect day in the saddle and we won yet another race. Just one race to go. Valencia, I'm not sure what to expect there. it's a mixed bag for me in previous MotoGP games, so let's just wait and see. In the meantime, we have our reputation. It was bad in qualifying, but race kinda helped us to gain uh, quite a bit of reputation. And credits wise, we achieved our team's goals for the race. For qualifying we didn't, so those are only credits we'll receive. And research data, I don't really care about it. We have a lot. I don't know if it's carried over to junior teams. We should wait and see. So no news here. Let's just to conclude this episode, just to check standings. So in Moto3 we've seen them at the end of the race. Moto2, Remy Gardner is 25 points ahead of Sam Lowes with one race to go. I don't know how they are standing on wins and if he has already won the championship or Sam Lowes still have some chance. Bezecchi and Fernandez are very far away. Team championship in Moto2, Red Bull KTM Ayo has won this one as well with MacLeod Racing Team in second, and they are also securing their second ahead of Sky Racing Team VR46. Okay, and then we have MotoGP Championship. Fabio Quartararo has already won it in front of Johan Zarco. Bagnaia still has to fight against his teammate for the third place, and Joan Mir still has chance to finish in P3 as well. Team Championship, Monster Energy Yamaha has won the championship ahead of Pramac Racing and Ducati Lenovo team, although they still have to fight it in the last race. Suzuki is fourth, they can't go any lower. And then interestingly, Aprilia is in sixth in front of both KTM teams, Petronas, Yamaha. Yeah, they actually surprised me there. And we have Constructors Championship in MotoGP. Ducati is leading the way with 3 points ahead of Yamaha, which still can change in final race. Suzuki is way down in third, Aprilia fourth, Honda fifth, and KTM last, but still with a chance to pass Honda. So just to advance to the next week, the race week, we still have no offers or anything, so that will be all for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe this video, and see you in the next one.